Cardi B, you know, the prosecution in New York, they filed charges against her. There were 2 misdemeanor charges for this strip club brawl that she had.
Right.
And
2 bartenders at a strip club who were allegedly beat up over some stuff that
she
may or
didn't
may have happened.
They say that she ordered
the
so
beat up.
Anyway, so it seemed honestly to me like a nothing case.
Right.
And then we reported the prosecution said we've uncovered other things and we've now taken it to the grand jury.
They weren't specific with what they uncovered, but they said they had some new information.
Well, now the grand jury has indicted her on 14 charges, including 2 felonies over this thing.
Right.
And I was stunned by it.
Well,
but you know, you got to remember something to put this in context. That, and we reported this, that the prosecutors in this case offer her a plea deal for 1 misdemeanor charge, and basically we'll just erase it from your record.
Right. All you have to do is behave yourself for a period of time, and it's over. It's gone.
But she said no, because she said I didn't do anything wrong.
She said I didn't do anything wrong, and I don't want to have to live into the terms of any plea deal, which would require me to keep out of trouble. And if I do anything wrong again, I could face serious jail time. She said I don't want to run that risk, and I didn't do anything wrong.
So then, all of a sudden, I mean, we're talking 14 charges.
Right. Including felony attempted assault with intent to cause serious injury, which that carries a prison sentence. She's facing time behind bars.
And also, you know, conspiracy, and you know, and it's what really struck me about this is if they really felt this. I mean, you know, it is what it is.
Right.
I mean, you look at the case and it is what it is.
Right.
But at a point, if they really felt this, why didn't they charge her with all these things at the beginning?
Why did they try to give her a slap on the wrist?
And why were they willing to plea bargain this thing with 1 misdemeanor?
Right.
So she doesn't take the misdemeanor, and then they go to the grand jury and they get 14 charges against her.
It makes no sense. You wonder what information they say they uncovered that led to these heavy charges. I mean, this has now gotten very serious for her.
14 charges.
You know, but they did come to her with a very reasonable plea, what they thought was a very reasonable deal, and she turned it down. And at that point, the cops and prosecutors do sometimes unleash the full panoply of charges they have.
Which is, you know, I got to say, Jason, you may be right on that, and I think you are right on that, but it is interesting that, so is the idea here to squeeze a plea out of somebody? Or else, I mean, because they kind of did that with Lori Loughlin, where they added charges there. So is that the game that you basically file modest charges and then you try to squeeze a plea, and if they say, I didn't do it, I want to go to trial, then they throw the kitchen sink at you?
Yeah, and I think that's the way prosecutors have worked forever, and maybe that's the way they have to work, right? The system has finite resources. They try to reach plea bargains to get people out of the system as quickly as possible. But when that doesn't happen, they say, well, all right, if you really want to fight this thing, we're going to go ahead and fight it also, and that means bringing as many charges as we can get.
It doesn't feel right to me. Charge her with what she should be charged with. Don't try to, you know,
well, that's not the way the system works. That's not the way the system works.
I got to say, Jason, for a bar brawl where she didn't even make physical contact, 14 charges?
Well, hold on. I mean, I'm not justifying it, but let's be clear about what she's alleged to have done, right? She's alleged to have ordered people at her command to actually throw bottles at these women.
Right, and they say they were hurt. They say they were injured.
And they say they were injured.
But remember, you know, if it is as serious as it's being portrayed now, they knew this when they filed the original case, yet they filed as petty misdemeanor case.
Yeah, it's hard to reconcile those with the information that we have now. Obviously, we need to find out what it is that prompted prosecutors to go after so hard after seemingly going after for a slap on the wrist initially.
Mark Ash in Des Moines, Iowa. I think I agree with you guys. This is just them trying to drum up some extra charges on her just to try to get her to plea down. You know, Cardi B has a history of making people try to stay in their lane. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, anyway, I'm a little bit baffled by it.
Seems strange.